Well, welcome to the Tao Manifesting Tarot. This is the tarot reading for serious tarot people. We're not doing the fluffing stuff. We're not here to tell you some sort of fantasy or fairy tale just so that we get the likes and the subscribes and all that stuff. It's clickbait. Most tarot readings on the internet are clickbait. Just to get you suckered in, pulled along, make you kind of feel good, and then leave. More often than not, the message is not clear. It's not something that you can follow. It's not concise. It's just a bunch of cards put out there, and a reader who is more interested in getting the algorithms in their favor than actually helping you. I certainly, because I'm on the internet, would appreciate the algorithm support, the likes, the shares, the subscribes. I love that stuff, okay? But my main goal here is to inspire you. We are going through some hellacious times. That should be perfectly obvious to virtually everybody who watches this podcast. This is historic stuff. I think this is truly a transition time for humanity. Throughout history, whenever anybody tried to conquer a country, a people, a race, whatever, they always needed human help. They couldn't do it alone. But we are fast approaching a time where human help is not needed, or at least that's the idea, or maybe that's the idea we're being sold. This is a psyops, by the way. Because most of what they've told us is not true, so they may be lying again. But they're trying to play head games. So if you can beat somebody in the thought process, you got them conquered. Nevertheless, in theory, this is the first time in recorded history, which goes back about 6,000 years. Then you got a thing called the Younger Dryas, and before that, some real interesting stuff, but let's just say the last 6,000 years, where if you were going to make a move like this to control a mass of people, you needed human beings. Now they don't. Now it's all electronic. Now it's all computer. Now it's all algorithms. And so they can literally, if we buy into their game, their lie, they can control us. So this is a very, 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 very serious time. I've done tarot for 20 years, astrology for 50, and I can tell you that I try to make both work for you. I don't do any astrology here except kind of just touch on it tangentially. But looking at the astrology, I see this week, I think we have the Democratic National Convention. From here forward, for the next year at least, tough. Tougher than you might even be able to imagine. It's going to pick up at the convention this week and then start to build and build and build. We're in a Mercury retrograde right now, so that's fascinating as well. But in October, we're going to have an eclipse. That's really going to change things. We might not even have an election, or at least an election that we're used to. And in fact, there could be a major disruption in election results from, let's say, early November all the way through early January. And then it gets even stranger after that. It's a bizarre time. So I'm not here to make you feel good. I'm here to help you manifest. Manifesting is the number one tool that human beings have that can shape every area of their life. So I'm not here to play games. I'm here to give you a good, tight, clear reading. You'll know what the energy is. I do this every day, 365. Not the same reading, of course, a different reading depending on the energies, but you see the 5 cards. That's the energy right now. If it resonates with you, you are about, out of 100 people, you're the 1 in 10 that this resonates with. That's usual. That's typical. You never do a reading. I don't care if it's an astrological reading. I don't care if it's a tarot reading. I don't even care if it's a numerology reading. You never do a reading that applies to everybody, not even half of everybody, not even a third of everybody. But if out of 100 people you get 10, you're doing pretty damn good. You get 20 out of 100. Whew. Don't worry if it doesn't match up with you. We got tomorrow, we got next week, next month. Believe me, we got plenty of readings. Every day a brand new one. So we will catch you. If it resonates, run like hell. Go. Invest in that energy. If it even just slightly resonates, play with it. See what happens. So we begin with the middle card. It's the Oracle card. It sets the mood for the reading. And today it's Treasure Island. Treasure Island. We see a tortoise carrying, looks like a pot of gold or something like that. Tortoises move very slowly. They live a long time. And this one is carrying what we have been told is valuable. It's gold because it glitters. Human beings go for glittery stuff. I live on Lake Superior and I see idiots coming by, going to the beach, picking up, looking, because the stones in the area of Lake Superior are supposed to be, ooh, so special, so good. You see it on the internet all the time. So these people are out there playing with stones, seeing if they can find something valuable. So we can be so easily fooled, it's astounding. In fact, Mark Twain says it's easier to fool us than it is to convince us that we were fooled. That's the ego. No, you couldn't have fooled me. No, I was bullshit. They got you. They get us most of the time. So this treasure that this tortoise is carrying is the treasure, and I put that in quotes, that we've been conditioned to go after, just like the people with stones on the beach here, Lake Superior. Same difference. But you're looking for something deeper. You are going to need something much deeper in terms of values. The treasure will not be the big home, the big car, the big money, the big, more. It's not going to be that. In fact, David Wolf has the meme for today. He says, no amount of money, oil or gold, is worth more than the bees, trees, and clean water. Which, by the way, we're losing. Yeah, we don't have clean water, don't have clean air, don't have clean food. Bees are disappearing. They're noticing we've had all these fires, interestingly on the West Coast, and interestingly spread out. I wonder if they were started remote. You go, hey, that's conspiracy theory. Yeah, and how has that concept worked out over the last 4 years, most especially? All the conspiracy theorists who conspiracy theorized have been 100% right. So again, we're told to, look at the stuff that glitters. That's the important stuff. Just so happens that the people who are trying to control the world are the ones that have convinced you that this is important. When the truth is, bees, trees, and clean water, as an example, much more important than gold, oil, money. Well, I'd love to get into a discussion of money, how we've been lied to. I won't. Stick with this. So the whole idea is with what you have been told is valuable, you are beginning to find out not valuable at all. Not valuable at all. So let's begin the reading. Let's go all the way to the left. We have the Six of Cups. Cups are emotional connections, emotional attachments. They can be good or bad. They don't have to be with a person. They can be with an idea, a concept. But there's an emotional connection with us. And the Six of Cups means we're going back in time. Nostalgia. Happy memories. Maybe your inner child. What you need to do is to go back to your inner child and remember what was really important when you were 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because the stuff that you valued then is still the most valuable. Oh, once you got into the adult world and you began to learn about this money crap and all this stuff, oh boy. You went for that because that's what everybody else went for. But inside, you're never satisfied. It's amazing. We have, well, within the past few years, we've had all of these things and have been a very unhappy people. So obviously things don't bring you happiness. You have to find what does, and you will get a clue by going back in time, back to your inner child. Because we are facing the next card. That's a Tower moment. Not pleasant, but important. It talks about destruction, upheaval, sudden change. Tough stuff. Tough stuff. It's a wake-up call. That's what it is. It's a wake-up call. It's saying, okay, all the stuff that you bought into, literally bought into, is bullshit. It's a waste of time. Make somebody else rich at your expense. That's why you work your whole life, and when you retire, you don't necessarily, if you're the average person, have a whole lot. You've spent 40, 50 years of your life working. You gave up that time that you're never, ever, 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 ever going to get back so that you can have a tough time when it's time to retire. It's a game. Just heard an advertisement on the radio a little bit ago about this company that says that you can, if you want to make improvements to your home, you can get up to $500,000, and it's easy, it's quick, it's fast, and painless, and and you can fix up your home. That's right. Go in debt. You can barely afford your home now. Go in debt another $500,000 and see if you understand what the word slave really means. Yeah. Even if you had purchased your house, it was all bought and paid for, you go in debt another $500,000. Hey, you're back behind the 8 ball again. It's a game. It's a scam. Wake up. That's what the Tower moment is all about. Next card over is the Knight of Wands. Wands are positivity, excitement, enthusiasm, joy. Knights always bring gifts. This knight brings courage, passion, confidence. You're coming, it's in reverse, by the way, so you're coming to a point where you're saying, hey, I'm done playing. I don't know what comes next, but I'm done playing the game. And I'm building up the courage to be able to stand up and take charge of my future. Because I know that nobody's watching out for me. In fact, they're out to hurt me. So I have to take care of it myself. And you do that by going back in time, confronting this wake-up call, the Tower moment, so that you can step forward in a much more productive future. And that's what the Three of Wands is all about. The threes, always when I'm doing the readings here, the tarot readings, is always mind, body, spirit. Not a third party. It's mind, body, spirit lining up. Tough to do. Tough to do. Too many distractions. But that's what this guy does. Three of Wands, positivity, joy, enthusiasm. Right there, the three wands, positivity, joy, and enthusiasm, and a bright, bright sky. That's what you're looking for, but you realize that you're going to have to be back. Go back to what your values were when you were younger. Find that inner child. Get ready for the Tower moment, the awakening. I mean the real awakening, so that you can step forward into a better future. Just realize, just like the tortoise here on the Treasure Island card, they move slowly. That's going to move slowly too. It's going to take a while. It's going to take some effort, some elbow grease for you to rebuild. It's not going to be easy. But if you put in the effort, I'm sure that you will love the result. And I know for sure your ancestors, your kids, grandkids, whatever, will appreciate the results as well. When it got tough, you were in there. That's the reading for today. Back again tomorrow with another Tao Tarot reading. Between now and the next time we get together, peace and blessings.